Hey Huber, it's Cindy Schwartz. Um, this podcast is going to be a little different. We did have a work session this past week, but I'm choosing not to talk about that, which is my whole point of my podcast is to talk about, what city officials are planning and deciding and everything for our community, for our city. Um, but I wanted to talk about something that I have talked about many times before on my podcast that is near and dear to me, and that is Huber Heights Community Cares, which is a nonprofit here in Huber Heights, and just all of the fun and exciting things that they do, the work behind the scenes that happens. I mean, there's so much that Cindy Davidson, all the volunteers with Community Cares do. So I wanted to put a video out just explaining all of that because I know a lot of people, they know the name Cindy Davidson, they hear about it, and a lot of people just think, oh, well, Cindy Davidson hosts a couple events in the city every year, and they might know that, hey, she has this nonprofit, um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But Cindy Davidson and the nonprofits and everything, that it's so much more than that. Everything is through Peace and Tranquility, which is their nonprofit. And then underneath of that, they have many others. Like, for instance, I asked her to list me off all of the trademark names under Peace and Tranquility. And there is the Hopping in the Heights, everybody's familiar with, Huber Haunts, Ohio, Huber Heights Holiday Crew, Huber Heights Christmas Parade, Huber Heights Youth Business Fair, Huber Heights Nonprofit and Business Partnership, which is brand new, and I'll be talking about that too, and Huber Heights Hometown Hero. Um, of course, Cindy's got a lot going on. I didn't fully go through everything just to see if she was missing anything, but there could be things that are missing in there. I went and I asked Cindy, um, there's a lot of people that don't know everything that you do and what community cares does, what, peace and tranquility, like all of it. They just, like I said, a lot of people think that there's just a couple events that Cindy Davidson hosts and has some volunteers for, but there's a lot of stuff that people don't know about. And when I messaged her and I asked her to explain all of it to me, because I know a lot of it, but there's still a lot that I don't even know. Um, because people reach out to her all the time. She does things for people through nonprofits and everything all the time. There's way too much to talk about, and then plus, sometimes it does get personal, because people do come to her personally, for help. They could be needing um, a bill paid, or something like that. Something's wrong with their car, and she will try to help them. The problem is that Cindy has a huge heart and she wants to help everyone, and unfortunately she can't help every single person. But this woman, I know her, I am friends with her. Her life revolves around volunteering, community, and what she can do for somebody else. It's never about her. So let me just say first, thank you to Cindy Davidson, who provided me with the background and stories and everything to be able to share. with you guys. And she took the time out to write some things down for me, and I really appreciate it because I know that she's so busy. Um, so thank you to her. And Cindy, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being here for our city. Thank you for being here for the people who need you and not necessarily needing you for help, as in monetary or toys or anything like that, but needing you for our community to provide free events that our families can go to and have fun and, smile and laugh together. And just thank you so much. Um, I'm going to read some of this because it's beautiful. She said, I guess I'll start with Peace and Tranquility Lakeport nonprofit is a 501c3, and I am the director of the nonprofit business through the years. Through different services that we have been able to offer families, we have incorporated different trademark names that suit different projects or events that we have annually. Huber Hunts was formed as our very first community event to bring our community together in a positive manner when at the time there was not a lot of negativity, excuse me, about Huber Heights in our local news. We came up with the idea when we once saw a very sophisticated decorated house across from the post office here in our city that we stopped on and knocked on the door, then contributed that no, the knowledge that there were several other homes in the area decorated just like them. I don't know if you guys can remember that house. I think they might have moved since then. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on anything. But uh I know their house really well. I would see it all the time. It was always like top notch decorated. Um so let's see. Other homes just like it in the area. And then we came up with the idea of how awesome it would be to create a map of experience for families to be able to travel around our great city and see these awesome creations and maybe get ice cream or a pizza with their family and friends and just have fun. Love that. That idea then blossomed through the years to add different things such as citywide games, which would then allow prizes to be won in the form of monies to help families as we're going into the holidays right after Halloween. Maybe pay a bill to help them with their food or help them with presents. The games have continued all these years, and we try to switch it up each and every time. And this is also a way of with our neighbor, connecting our neighbors to neighbors and businesses to neighbors. And then that grew into Trunk or Treat that was held 3 years ago at Thomas Cloud Park. That year yielded 2,000 people, and before we knew it, we were up to 5,000. And then this past year, we moved it to the Rose Music Center, and they had over 10,000 attendees. 10,000. So, in just a few short years. So, yeah. All of our events are free of charge for families to attend. The idea is to love on our children here as a community so that they can grow up in an environment that feels safe, loved, valued, and cared for. I, how can you not get behind and want to be part of that and support that? So, and that's just a little bit. There's so much more. I'm just going to continue to read. Hopping in the Heights is an Easter event. Halloween or trick or treat that stems from 13 young people that had committed suicide from depression from December of 21 to February of 2022. Hopping in the Heights was formed with the idea to bring excitement and joy coming off the holidays for the children to know that we haven't forgotten and the fun would still continue, and we as a community can still love on them in this way. We also include police and fire and volunteers to create a shopping experience that evening where children find golden eggs and then cash them in the store where they shop with the Easter Bunny and the volunteers to buy things like food, or if they want toys, uh, but mostly they buy clothes going into spring and summer. This has grown throughout the years and it is now on its seventh year. Beautiful. We utilize the holidays as much as we can as a nonprofit and community cares because that is not always the most exciting and happy time of the year for many. It's cold, it's dark. There's a lot of pressure from people to give gifts that can't even afford to give. And then there's a lot of depression with suicide increasing during these months, during the holidays. So we use the holidays as a means to create a supportive community and to our outreach, which is why we use the page Huber Heights Holidays and Traditions Family Fun. That is on Facebook. So again, that's Huber Heights Holidays and Traditions Family Fun. Go to that page, make sure that you follow it. That's where everything is posted. She said our page currently has over 15,000 members and millions of followers from all over, including different states, which is very true. People hear about the events, some of the events that happen in Huber Heights, and it spans like farther than our state because it's so well known. Huber Heights Community Cares was formed to be able to help people on a personal level. Oftentimes, it's not spoke about on our page because we have to respect the families that we serve. But we have paid water bills, help with rent, give cars away, done free car repairs, held food drives for our local pantries, fixed a chimney with mold for a family that was in need that needed help with repairs, contributed to families that had recently lost that needed financial aid, and we fed 9,000 people last year with our partnership with area restaurants that I've written a grant with the Food Connection. I do weekly reporting and there's weekly pickups and distributions. So them are some things that I am pretty sure that a lot of people in Huber Heights aren't aware of. But Cindy is always busy. She's always serving. Um, our Christmas holiday parade that was formed 2 years ago has been growing during each and every year. We encourage those who participate to pass out hats and gloves to those in attendance. The idea behind the parade is not just a celebration parade, but many times families have nothing more to give their children during the event except for the event that they attend. This particular event means more to us than just bringing in the holidays. It means that we are creating a gift that we are giving to those families who may have little or nothing during the holiday season. It's a way in which we give them gloves and hats, smiles, goodwill, and laughter, and anything else that we can add to it as we grow each year. We're locally at our pond, which um, is on River Downs Court, and uh, that's just down off of Chambersburg. They have a big pond in the back, and it says, "We do weddings free of charge for so many people which may be being deployed through military and wish to get married quickly before their deployment." And others that uh, they have married, um, let's see, married our parents of children that churches were unable to marry due to the rules, and we marry them here free of charge. We provide all music, the sound system, the venue, and everything that we can make them comfortable. We believe in families, and it gives us great joy to be able to be a part of their new journey together. We also host here at the 2.5 acre pond at Peace and Tranquility several different fishing clubs for youth to include Vandalia Morton's Fishing Club, our local Cub Scouts, and other, well, I don't know what this says, because it just says others, um, that come out with their children to have a fishing day, often with learning instruction. We partner also with Montgomery County Sheriff's Office to do Hook a Kid on Fishing, Not on Drugs. We where we have an educational component every in every fishing in Derby. Some of these things, I mean, she was writing a lot to me. So at the pond, we also do yoga classes for healthy mind and body free of charge. And this year we are thinking of doing painting classes, which we feel could be a really good experience. So that's something new that we're looking into, which that would be really nice, relaxing outside, painting, you're around nature because you have the pond, and then there's a beautiful just tree line all behind it. And I've been there several times. I'm sure that many other people have been there. It's always a stop for hopping in the heights, and she always has like something huge going on. But in the back there, it's just beautiful. Uh, we do a lot of giveaways online to create experiences for families to be able to go out free of charge to enjoy a Dragons baseball game or a dinner or a movie or even a concert. Our giveaways are always with a purpose. They're always with a purpose, and that's to create joyful experiences for our families. Last year, we gave away almost 1,000 Dragons tickets throughout the year. During the holidays this past year, we gave away family tickets to go and see the lights at the Dayton Dragons, as they had an awesome Christmas display. Everything we do is to create experiences for our families to enjoy, especially during the hard financial times. Date nights are important too. Us and oftentimes you'll hear us referring to date nights on our page. The reason for these giveaways is to create a loving experience for couples who need some time together, a way to rekindle their relationship. Hometown Heroes is also important to us. There are many here in the city of Huber Heights that do great things on a daily basis, and Hometown Hero was created with them in mind. We're very proud of this new compliment to the city to be able to recognize citizens that many would probably go unseen. Our events are always free for the crafters and vendors to participate in our food trucks that come. We always ask them just to do something special for the children that come to the event instead of charging them. We also feel that this is a way to help our area businesses, as many of them are struggling also, as they're struggling to participate in events. But they may need an income, so making it free makes it easier on all of them to be able to save their money and enjoy the rewards of the program or events that it's offering. So, which I think is great. Because a lot of times food trucks have to pay to be at events. And with Cindy's event, she was sharing that they don't have to pay, just do something for the kids. Um, so, yeah, and then they get to be there, they get to make money. The families, you know, get can get something from the food truck. The food truck's going to do something for the kids. It's just a win-win. And this year we will be celebrating the 250th anniversary of America, and we will be offering a history. I don't think it's supposed to be a history pageant for young teens to participate in looking for an America Team Queen and King. We will also be holding a Lego contest on July 18th with lots more details to come. This Lego contest will be open to area businesses, nonprofits, and individual families who would like to create and build once it's announced. She told me a little bit about this that I can't share yet because she's still working out everything, but this sounds like a lot of fun. Christmas time, we also have the holiday crew. The holiday crew makes free appearances at hospitals, restaurants, local business, and sometimes homes to include in our parade and other events free of charge and pass out goodies to the children, again spreading love and cheer. We also hold Lights in the Heights in the city, which we include a family game once again to get families out and enjoy the lights. We give away prizes. Everything we do is for our families and our children to connect with the community, with businesses, their neighbors, and their families to create loving experiences for everyone. And one of the most important things is that she wants people to know that this is a non-profit or a business that is doing business in the city of Huber Heights. Cindy is the actual director, and there is no paid staff. Everyone is volunteers. They volunteer endless hours every week to the dedication of the mission of the nonprofit. So they are not a part of the city. This is by itself. It's just there should be collaboration between the city, businesses, and Cindy Davidson. But the city, what the city does and what Cindy Davidson does are separate. They just sometimes collaborate together. So I don't want people to think that like their tax money or anything like that like goes to Cindy Davidson from the city or anything. That's not the case. And here she says it here. Our funding comes from grants from area businesses, along with all of our donations coming from area citizens that help to meet our needs and do all of these events and help one another. We are not affiliated with the city of Huber Heights. We do not receive funding from the city of Huber Heights. So, and I just want to tell you also that with that, there are ways that you can donate to Cindy. You can donate time, you can donate money, and then you can donate. There's many times to where she asks for specific things, like when we start getting anywhere close to hopping in the heights, it's candy, 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 chocolate bunnies, peeps, things like that. She will post about it, and I hope a lot of us come through, for that. Also, I want to add on here, she did not, again, ask me to put this on here or anything. I'm doing it because I want to, because there are many times that people just, they don't have time to volunteer or to really be a part of all of it fully, and they just want to contribute monetarily. And so with that, her Cash App is $ kids at best. So $ KIDSATBEST. And then Venmo is Peace and Tranquility Lake at Peace, PEACE, slash AND and slash tranquility. TRANQUILITY. And that was Venmo. I will make sure to, after I get done with this and before I have it posted on YouTube, I will make sure to put all of that information down at the bottom so that, you guys, if you do want to donate or anything, that you can go ahead and do that. Um, let's see. I can't believe that I didn't write down. I was going to write down what her address is too, so that if there's ever any type of donations that you guys are wanting to provide, you can you can always do that as well. And I will just go ahead and put that at the bottom along with the Venmo and the Cash App. So um, if any of you would like to be a part of Community Cares or Hometown Heroes Committee, just anything, you just want to be a part of all of this, please feel free to contact Cindy Davidson, CindyDavidson, and just let her know. Say, hey, I want to be involved. I don't have a lot of time. Um, maybe I can just do one event or whatever. It really it doesn't matter. Just if you can. If you can't, and you still just want to attend some events, please, please, please. That is like the whole reason why she does this stuff is she loves to see your smiles, your happy faces. She is a very humble person, so she doesn't expect or want a boatload of recognition or anything, but it when she puts her mind to something, it this woman, she is incredible. So of course, whenever a lot of events happen or anything's going on, you will hear a lot of people like, thank you so much to the Davidsons, thank you to Cindy. It just, because everything that she touches, it somehow, it always turns out. I know that she faces a lot of challenges, and there are things that go on in the city that make it incredibly hard for her to fully do everything that she wants to do. Um, and she's just, she is a beautiful person inside and out. So I just wanted to make a video just about her and the nonprofit and everything and the nonprofits, um, just so people could be aware of everything that it encompasses. I've watched videos of her giving away a pickup truck to somebody in need. I know personally that there has been residents here that contact her that have needed help paying a bill, and she's done it. These aren't things, some of these things aren't things that she goes and she just publicly shares, because there's a lot of times that people are embarrassed to ask for help. So when somebody reaches out to Cindy, she's not gonna, betray that confidentiality. You know what I mean? So a lot of people have pride, and sometimes they don't want to ask for help until the very last minute when that they're at their wits end. And there's so many times to where Cindy comes through and people don't know about it. So any help that you can give, by, like I said, the monetary, but it's so much more than that, by just supporting her, encouragement, being present, going to these events, telling her, how much you love certain events, giving her ideas on other things that, um, might be beneficial to us here in the community. Um, if if there's businesses or anything that have not partnered up and that want to, definitely, and I almost forgot. Excuse me, I'm just getting over like some type of sinus, you know, 'tis the season. Let's see. I had the privilege of talking to Nathan Huffman for a little bit, and he is now the president of Huber Heights Community and Business Partnership. So, the mission, it says, we exist to bring nonprofits, local businesses, and community leaders together with one shared goal to strengthen Huber Heights through collaboration, support, and meaningful connections by creating a space where ideas are shared, resources are pooled, and relationships are built. We're working to support and uplift local business, strengthen nonprofit organizations serving our neighborhood, encourage collaboration instead of competition, build long-term relationships that create real community impact. With businesses and nonprofits working together, everyone wins: families, organizations, and the community as a whole. This is about showing up, supporting local, and building something lasting for Huber Heights. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So, let me just say, there are no membership fees, to be a part of this, and you don't have to own a business or anything to be a part of this. They have, their Facebook page to where you can go to and be a part of it. Let's see, there is. Yeah, he even says, but we want to support each other, free, and give back as a group. I Cindy has done so much for the area, and with her help and guidance, we are able to do this on a whole different scale. That's just some of the things that, he has said. He said, like, there's no website page for him yet, but, that Facebook page that that I just said. Let's see, and their board is businesses here in Huber. So we have Nathan Huffman as the president. He owns Perfections Power Wash LLC. Andrew Swayze, which pretty much everybody knows Andrew Swayze, and he is, let's see, he's the owner of Pristine Turf and Pest and Pristine Roofing. Let's see, he is the VP, by the way. Oh, no, sorry. The vice president is Brian Chappell, and he's from Texas Roadhouse. And Andrew is the treasurer. And then the secretary is Allison Lee, who is also from Texas Roadhouse. And I didn't ask Nathan, but I asked Cindy, hey, how many businesses total do you guys got so far as partnering up? This just started. 66. 66 that quick. So I'm telling you, anything that has Cindy's collaboration or anything with it's gold, let me tell you. So, some of the businesses, just to name a few, uh, of course, it's going to be Texas Roadhouse, Pristine Turf and Pets, and Pristine Roofing, and then Perfection Power Wash LLC. You're going to have Kev's See Through Window Cleaning and Property Maintenance, Coca Cola, Raising Cane's, Frickers, Skyline Chili, Pike Chiropractics. That's just to name a few, and again, all local. So they just started this up, and that's great. I mean, they've already got their mission statement out, and they're rip roaring and ready to go. And how great is that collaboration with families, businesses, the city, nonprofits, um, just to all try to team up and do great things for our city and for our residents. It, I love it. So I know this was kind of a long video. I know that I was reading a lot of the time, but what I was reading, I really liked her wording, and how she explained things. And I just thought that it was really important to get a video out just showcasing what we have tons of nonprofits in our community. And don't get me wrong, like all of them should be talked about, and they are all important, and they all do good things for our city. It's just for me, uh, I'm a part of Community Cares, and Cindy Davidson is a dear friend to me. And since I started doing this podcast, I got to the point to where, I was thinking, like, you know, I wonder what I could do to try to get more people involved and aware with, Cindy Davidson and all of the things that she does for us. And I was like, I should talk about it, on here. If anybody else has a nonprofit here in Huber that would like me to speak about them, to um, share what they're doing, what they need help with, and just want me to get that out, by all means, just message me on Facebook and let me know, because I will definitely do it. I can tell you that I stopped by the St. Peter's Food Pantry because I was contacted that they had some candy that they were going to be willing to donate to Huber Heights Community Cares. And I went and I picked that up. And it's again, it's a nonprofit to a nonprofit. And that was very, very much appreciated. So, um, anything that I can try to do to help any of you guys, just please let me know. And like I said, go on to the Huber Heights Holidays and Traditions and Family Fun page and make sure that you follow it. You will know all of the free events that Huber Heights Community Cares is going to be hosting. She talks about it typically way in advance because it takes a lot of time and prep work to get everything, planned out. I can't even imagine how much Cindy has in store for this year for our community and our families. But like I said, whatever she touches is gold. So thanks, you guys, so much for watching. I hope that you guys will be a part of Huber Heights Community Cares with me, and uh, do that by either volunteering or just being supportive and coming to the events. So all of that is great, and love to see all the smiling faces. So Thanks again, you guys. Stay warm, stay home if you can. This weekend, whew, we got some snow coming. So I know that my butt is going to be here. I ain't leaving. So thanks, you guys. Have a great weekend. Stay warm, stay safe.